Thank you very much. It's an honor to be with you. Many things are happening that are
Also, by the way, why does he say honor to be with you when he hates the press?
exciting, very exciting for our country. And we're honored to welcome one of the most respected business leaders in the Middle East, indeed the world.
Baghdadi he died like a dog. Who thinks he's just gonna, what is he gonna do? Unveil like, you know, a couple, like a $50 billion in investment or $100 billion or $200 billion in investment, right? In our, which is just fucking fabulous. Buddies of his from his golf clubs that are going to come and spend $50 billion here in our $26 trillion economy. Man, you're killing it.
He's a founder and chairman of DeMac Properties.
Oh, he's a realty guy. So he's real estate. You're into real estate. You know him? Real estate? Okay.
Hussein Sejwani.
Francisco and Rinaldi Sheeswees.
Very respected gentleman.
He must be. Other people told me this. I don't really know him. He's very respected. Other people like him. You don't have to trust me. The fuck do I know?
And I'm thrilled to announce today that DeMac will be investing at least $20 billion over a very short period of time into
10 years, 20 years, what's short?
To the United States, and they may go double or even somewhat more than double that amount of
somewhat more than double. Anybody want to do the math on that?
Money is a great thing, and I believe he will say that he's doing it because of the fact that he was very inspired by the election. They wouldn't do it without that election, I can tell you a lot.
Right, because you know him from the real estate world and investment world, and he thinks you're going to give him like contracts or special breaks specifically. This is just like announcing crony capitalism to the world. And that's me giving him the benefit of the doubt. This might just be straight up like, I'm getting a bribe. Don't you? It sucks to be you, America.
A lot of people wouldn't. You saw last week where we have somebody who's going to go from 100 to $200 billion.
No, he said 100. You said 200. You made that up.
And we have many other people, and we'll be bringing some of them out.
Please, yeah, bring them out. Bring them out. Let's parade them around. Make them write the check. I'm holding up like it's a fucking telethon. Just have them give a big check.
Some of them like to do it somewhat more quietly, and some don't, and they feel so strongly about the country that they want to let people know about it. But it's an honor to have such a great investor.
And some of them don't feel great about the country, so they don't want to let people know about it.
Investing in our country, the investment will support massive new data centers across the Midwest.
Oh, okay. So he's making money off of the Chips and Science Act that Biden passed. So you're going to take advantage of the tax breaks and the investment in the loan guarantees. Oh, cool. Good to know. That's probably why you're announcing it before you come in, so it's on sort of on Biden's budgetary ledger and not yours. Right, gotcha.
The Sun Belt area, and also to keep America
the Sun Belt
on the cutting edge of technology and artificial intelligence. He's very big into the data centers.
Are they the data centers? Does he know where those are?
And that's going to be a very hot item in the coming.
Well, it's in the Sun Belt. It's got to be.
Years, as you know, with AI. In particular, the first phase of the project will be in Texas, Arizona, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Ohio, Illinois, Michigan, and Indiana.
That's a big phase. So he's basically just investing in data centers that already exist there because everybody knows it's going to grow, except stupid people.
Places. And Hussein, I'd love you to come up and say a few words. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're not going to say Hussein like you say it with Obama? Hussein, you're not going to do this business?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's been amazing news.
By the way, I think it's great, and whatever this guy wants to do, who gives a shit? We'll see later whether it works out or it's criminal or not, or any of that stuff. We'll put that aside. Just take a moment to enjoy the fact that Trump introducing this guy and giving him a spot to speak is freaking the fuck out of MAGA. They're all like, who the fuck, what? You know what I mean? So, yeah.
For me and my family, when he was elected in November, we've been waiting 4 years to increase our investments in U.S. to a very large amount of money.
I see. So you've just been holding that money until Trump gets in out of spite against the American people, or because you were counting on him to give you a break, and the Biden administration wouldn't wanted you to like put up or shut up?
We are a company operating in more than 20 countries around the world. We have delivered more than 40.
Oh, so you're a globalist. Okay, cool. MAGA, you good with that? Okay, cool. Just clearing. A globalist investor with a global corporation that is globally globalizing.
45,000 luxury units and another 45,000 in the pipeline. In data center, we are in 10 countries around the world, in Asia, Europe, and Middle East.
Right. All the places Trump supposedly hates.
And we're very, very excited now with his leadership and his open strategy and policy to encourage business.
By the way, if you'll notice, Trump has makeup on his right arm, his right hand, to cover the needle bruise that he has. Did you guys see the needle bruise on his hand? Old people get like that. That happens. But Trump had a needle bruise a little bit, not just recently. Hold on. Let's see. Trump bruise right hand, whatever the yeah, so he gets yeah, that's the old one, because he gets wherever there, yeah, you know, like you've seen, well, let's see, you've seen McConnell's hand, right, with the bruises on him, or even Biden's, because sometimes they'll do back of the hand, that kind of shit. Yeah, here he is with Sean Hannity, and so he's got makeup covering that spot on his hand. You can see it; it's whiter than the rest of his skin.
Businesses to come to U.S. For the last 4 years, we've been waiting for this moment, and we're planning to invest $20 billion, and even more than that if the opportunity in the market allow us. But at the moment, we're planning
adrenochrome injections. I thought you just drink that, Manchita. I never got invited to those parties, so I don't know.
$20 billion in data center, catering for the AI and cloud business for the hyperscale.
Who gives a shit what you cater to? Data centers are just that. So I don't care what he says. Who cares?
And that man knows what he's doing.
Does he? Do you? How do you know? Explain to us what he does and what he's doing so that we know you know that he's doing it right. It's, and this is, you're going to describe it, understand you're a person who bankrupted a casino, so.
He knows.
What?
So, Hussein, we're going to work with you and make sure everything goes smoothly. We have powers that haven't really been used in terms of environmental. If you invest over $1 billion in the United States, we're going to give expedited reviews to everybody because everyone's afraid they're going to come in and get caught in the quagmire, which is very prevalent in the United States, unfortunately.
Yes, we have a prevalent quagmire.
Actually, the quagmire of environmental and various other regulations and rules.
Yeah, that whole thing that keeps America livable.
And I made it a...
Yeah, this, by the way, this is America first. Yeah. Hey, foreigners, want to invest billions into our country? Come on over here. We don't give a shit if you get microplastics in our water supply.
Point of telling people if you invest $1 billion or more, and we'll do this for people with far less too, but we get...
So $1 billion or less? What about Americans? Aren't we? Do we get a blood, sweat, and tears like credit for our, against our taxes? I consider that an investment in my country.
Guarantee it. We're going to move them quickly through the environmental process.
Right, yeah, in places like Oklahoma and stuff. Great. So just look ahead, maybe 10, 15 years, bunch of kids being born with birth defects and stuff like that. It'll be the Trump birth defects. But hey, we got over a billion, or maybe less than a billion, or sometimes half or more than half or a third higher than double that. So that's good.
Sometimes people held up 12, 13, 14, 15 years. I saw it with plants
Get ivermectin. Do these motherfuckers have any new ads?
in Louisiana where I got it approved in literally a week. They were through the review in 1 week after spending 14 and a half years trying to get it, and they were going nowhere. It was a terrible thing. So I've been a victim of that myself over the years.
Aw.
And I think I know all the games and all the tricks that are played.
Yeah, just name one.
And much of it is just done to stop progress. So we're going to be helping.
Yeah, that's what it is. So you think they just do it, something in Louisiana, 14 years in Louisiana, and it was just Louisiana trying to stop progress. What were they trying to, you know what I mean? You could argue that that's what oncologists do with cancer. They try to stop progress too, if you really boil it down.
You and everybody else that comes to the United States and wants to invest their money,
Everybody?
that you don't get tied up for the rest of your life and you can't do anything.
Yeah, like if you're a cartel or something and you want to open a fake pharmaceutical company in the country, and you build that up, and then you just make the fentanyl under the table in the and he'll cover it.
This commitment further underscores that many of the greatest business leaders on earth are seeing a very bright economic future for America since the election. As you know,
Or for themselves, they're seeing that you will cut them special deals, that the biggest polluters in the world will finally get to build shit in the United States.
a lot of positive things have happened.
Totally.
We are inheriting a difficult situation from the outgoing administration, and
No, you're not. It's literally the best economy we've had in forever.
they're trying everything they can to make it more difficult. Inflation is continuing to rage, and interest rates are far too high.
Yeah, I don't think they have any control over that, according to you. So maybe it's, you know what? Maybe inflation and interest rates are continuing to rage and rise because people know you're coming into office and you're going to fuck things up.
I've been disappointed to see the Biden administration's attempt to block the reforms of the American people and that they voted for. We had a landslide election. We won
No, you didn't.
every swing state. We won.
Yeah, but the margin was 1.5 million, 1.7 million, something like that. Simmer the fuck down.
The popular vote by millions and millions of people.
Less than million. Well, millions and millions. No, that would be 4 million. Just millions, plural. I think like 2 million, somewhere around there.
Nobody even knows how many people. Millions.
It's less than millions and millions.
And they're still counting in some areas. You know, they're still counting the vote in some areas. Can you believe this?
Yeah, they don't use computers there.
What a place. What a horrible place. One of the things we're going to do is we've got to
Fuck you, dude. What's with the America First stuff? What a horrible place, America. Fuck's wrong with you?
fix the election.
Wouldn't it be what a horrible situation? What a horrible circumstance? What do you mean a horrible place? Fuck you.
So that we get honest counts and they get done by 10 o'clock in the evening or something thereabouts.
You need to get to bed, Gramps.
They have places where they're still counting votes.
Yeah, for local shit, dummy.
President Biden's actions yesterday on offshore drilling, banning offshore drilling, will not stand. I will reverse it immediately. It'll be done.
Yeah, and then those states will lose their beaches and their fishing and their leisure boating and their the cruise ships that dock in and out of there. All that stuff will just go. Cool. Yeah, Louisiana, fuck Louisiana at this point. I guess if that's what they're doing, like, and it's the law, so he can't. He's just silly.
Immediately. And we will drill, baby, drill. And we're going to be drilling in a lot of other locations. And the energy costs are going to come way down. They'll be brought down to a very low level. And that's going to bring everything else down. That's what caused
Not everything. No, that's the supply shock part.
it to go up.
Yeah, there's no efficiency quotient when you're shipping nothing.
Along with the ridiculous spending on the Green New scam, all this money, trillions of dollars, it's like throwing it right out the window what they're doing. And they're trying to spend so much now. They're just taking money and giving it to anybody that wants it for any project at all.
Shit, I'm glad I'm going to be in D.C. in a couple weeks.
If it's certified under the Green New scam. And they don't work, and it's too expensive. And
You mean like Teslas? Yeah. What junk.
you know, they told me that we're going to.
Wait, hold on. I can't wait to hear what he told him. But don't forget, like, subscribe. There's the Venmo, patreon.com/OutletSparks, etc. Okay.
Do everything possible to make this transition to the new administration very smooth. It's not smooth because they're doing that. They're playing with the courts, as you know. They've been playing with the courts for 4 years. Probably got me more votes because I got the highest number of votes ever gotten
No, you didn't.
by a Republican,
No, you didn't.
by far, actually.
No, he didn't.
By,
I mean, he means in 2020, largely because Biden got a lot more, too, because, again, we all got our votes postmated.
a lot. And, you know, we had a great election, so I guess it didn't work. But even to this day, they're playing with the courts. They have their friendly judges that like to try and make everybody happy on the Democrat side.
I appreciate that. I think happiness is important. The pursuit of it is actually in the Constitution. So I think they are legally mandated to try and make me happy, or at least allow me to pursue my happiness.
It's called lawfare. It's called weaponization of justice, and it's happened at a level nobody's ever seen before. So many.
Well, I mean, in a democracy, isn't everything equal to some degree? You know, I mean, I understand the importance of the presidency, but it's still elected official. So if it's happened to, I don't know, like a Nixon, then we have seen it at this level before.
Defeated deranged Jack Smith. He's a deranged individual. I guess he's on his way back to The Hague. And we won those
You had to try war criminals.
cases. Those were the biggest ones.
You didn't win.
And the press made such a big deal out of them, but we did nothing wrong. We did nothing.
Cool. You know what you should do? I think it's a great idea. Release all of the paperwork around them, all the grand jury testimony, all the evidentiary stuff. Just release it. People will see. People will see you did nothing wrong. Total transparency is the key. All your communications with the, back and forth with the government about the classified documents, who you talked to and why they moved it, all that stuff. Your communications with the people that are going to jail. Yeah, just release it all. I mean, obviously, once he is sworn in, if I file a Freedom of Information Act request for all of Jack Smith's files, I should get them, right? Shouldn't I get them? You guys think so, right? Like, if I want all of them, I mean, and obviously they can give them to me digitally. I don't need them to print new copies of everything. But I feel like I should get them, right?
Wrong on anything. And the people saw that. You know, when they vote when a Republican, it's not easy for a Republican. When the Republican wins the popular vote by millions and wins all 7 of the swing states, people said, well, he could win 4. We won all 7, and we won them by a lot. That tells you we won. That tells, and they've been watching.
Yeah, no. Look, the turnout was low. The margin is small. Just because you won the states doesn't mean you won the margin in those states by this much. Again, stop acting like it's 60-40 or 70-30. Shit.
This injustice. I call it the Injustice Department. What they've done is so bad. The whole world has watched that.
Yeah, and most of them are surprised you're not on an island.
And it took work, but it got me a lot of votes.
Shutter Island.
It's because when explained, I mean, we have a judge in New York who's a very crooked judge. I'm under a gag order. I can't even talk about aspects of the case that are the most vital aspects. I'm under a gag. Do you know that I'm the president-elect of the United States of America? I'm a former very successful president. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country.
Nope.
We had borders that were sealed and beautiful. We had everything.
Yeah, because of COVID.